Hi everyone. So, I am beyond excited to be back filming my first video for 2025, and I thought, you know what? How about we start the year peacefully, calmly, gently? Segue. As you can see in front of us here, we have this gorgeous board game, and I bought this for my birthday last year. I saw it advertised on Instagram. Like many of you, I'm sure, I have a love-hate relationship with Instagram. Sometimes it's wonderful. I see the most, insightful, entertaining, funny, helpful, excellent, top-tier content. And then other days, it's just inflammatory garbage. So you never really know what you're going to get. But in this case, I was very pleased. I've played this game a few times. It's a one-player game, although I believe you can do a cooperative version, but very simple. Let me just show you the contents here. Now, we have a few different components here. Well, two. Firstly, we have these tokens. Now, as you can see, all of these tokens have an image of a flower on them. And I'm just trying to remind myself, yes, so you have 8 tokens in total. That's those ones here. Now the idea is we have a number of tiles here, and we take them out one by one and simply place them in the center here. Now the idea is that we want to make a set of 4 essentially, because in doing so we create a circle for one of the tokens. So we could do something like this. We could pretend that these all match up. So let's just pretend that they do. So once you match all 4 of the flowers here, then you place a token. And we can talk a bit of strategy as we go, but I thought that I would do a mix of things. So interestingly enough, I think I actually have a couple of videos on my channel where I do a playthrough of the game Cat Lady, and I was just rambling about anything and everything really. But I think this type of video, it's much better suited for ASMR content. I mean, I know for me, some of my favorite videos are just something very simple. People talking about their day, and again, talking about anything and everything. I tell you what, team, if you post a video about something very niche, something very specific, even I would go as far to say something very boring, if you do it in a relaxing manner, I'm all ears. I really am. Anyway, as I play this game here, I'm going to talk a little bit about 2024, reflecting on that, and then also talking about the year ahead. My goodness, so much happened in 2024. I was looking back on my social medias, on my camera roll, and I had to keep saying to myself, wait, really? That was this year? What the heck? What the heck? I had to actually write down a list for myself, and even then, there's probably a bunch of stuff that I forgot. So I'll start with something that probably seems very I don't know if uninteresting is the right word, but I suppose something that pales in comparison to the other topics I'm going to cover. But I got my hair cut, and it's a big deal. It really is, because over the years I have gone back and forth between long hair, short hair, long hair, short hair, and there was a point in time, or even several points in time, where I had hair down to my waist, but I'm sorry, I can't do it. Too much admin. And I thought to myself, you know, when I think about 2025, and this is me skipping ahead a little bit, but when I think about 2025, I think the word I want to use to summarize this year is light. You know, in every sense of the word. Because, well, I suppose I'll get into all of that soon, but truly, when I had my hair cut, it was like a weight had been lifted. It was such an amazing feeling. Now, talking a bit about strategy, I might have to put this down to make sort of this little set of I suppose set of 2 incomplete circles. It is tricky though, because now we have to match up 3, but I've done it before. So we will see. So I have been very heavily involved in the comedy scene over the past 2 years. And in all fairness, I was probably a lot more active the first year. Not so much last year, but I was, you know, I was still keeping busy. And, you know, I performed at a bunch of gigs. I even took part in Raw Comedy, which is a competition for comedians who are somewhat new to the scene. Although having said that, there's plenty of people who take part who've been on the scene for some time, you know, provided that you fit the criteria, you're more than welcome to participate. And that was so much fun. Oh, I had a wonderful day. It was so good. It's a memory I look back on fondly. Now, I must say, comedy in particular is a mixed bag. I have some very strong opinions, which I won't get into now. That is a topic for another video. But yes, you know, in addition to taking part myself, oh gosh, I'm just trying to, this isn't working out very well. This is not an ideal layout, I must say. But we'll just keep going. I'll try not to meander too much. I'll try and make some snappy decisions. But I saw so many incredible shows, both from my peers and also from people that I admire. I saw, for example, a live version of Auntie Donna's guessing game, the world's worst guessing game, and that was so much fun. So much fun. I think the live element was it just added this extra level of chaos that I thoroughly enjoyed. And if they do another live performance, I will absolutely go again. Whether they'll do that particular show again, I'm not too sure. My understanding is they are going on tour next year. But, you know, there's always so much going on, and, you know, I just feel like I've been, oh, yay, we did it. Our first token. Which colour shall we do? The white, perhaps. The first one that grazed my fingertips. There you go. Yes, no, I've entered this whole new world. Kind of makes me think of pin trading. Now, because of my accent, I think people often mishear that. When I say pin, yes, another one. P-I-N, as in something you would wear on your clothing. I bring that up because I remember when I had the opportunity to go to Disneyland on a family vacation. That was a whole new world. It was a whole new world I didn't even know existed. And, you know, you meet these people who are so passionate and you know, so dedicated, you know. What an experience that was, I must say. But yes, so much that I could say about that, but there's a lot that I want to get through. Oh dear. So the fridge has just come to life. Likely I'll have the opportunity to fix a few issues in post, but for now, we'll just work with it. What else? What else? Yes, well, I have played a bunch of board games. So many. One of the friends I made here, she just so happens that she is also very passionate about board games. So, yeah, I've played more board games over these past 2 years combined than I have, I don't know, probably ever. And it's wonderful and beautiful and excellent, and I love it. There's really been a board game renaissance over the past, I don't know, 5 to 10 years. So many options, so much to choose from. It's wonderful. Truly incredible. Perfect. Another one here. I went home as well. And I think that was a much needed break because, you know, as much as I love and adore Melbourne, you know, this is the place for me. And despite all the challenges, I'm so happy that I made the leap, because it's worked out beautifully. But having said that, there are some days where I just feel like things are moving way too fast, and having the opportunity to slow down, you know, I didn't really have a choice anyway, because I went to a friend's wedding shortly beforehand, and unfortunately I got sick, so it put a bit of a damper on things. But, you know, I sort of speed ran a lot of the symptoms, so, you know, we made it work. Now, I know I'm probably starting to get to the point where I'm going off camera a bit, but I'm trying to be really strategic with how I place these tiles. Yes, I think it was a much needed break, just a chance to reset, but, you know, it was also a reminder that I'd made the right decision, because, you know, New Zealand certainly how would I put this? It made sense for a little bit, and I do feel very grateful that I was born and raised there, but it sort of got to a point where it stopped making sense. Obviously, I've just noticed I put this in a bit of a silly place, but alas, we would continue regardless. Yes, no, it stopped making sense, and I wasn't happy there. But now that I've moved, my life has just honestly blossomed, truly. Oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot. I saw this ad on my Facebook for hula hoop classes, and I thought, well, you know what? That would be kind of fun, something a bit different. So I thought, okay, darn it. See, we were so close. We had a white and a pink, but not a purple. How disappointing. Oh well. But yes, I took part in hula hoop classes, and that was really just a fun, silly thing, and it was quite enjoyable. Don't know whether it's something I'll pursue any further, but it's just kind of fun to do different things, to try things, because it's the only way you really figure out what you're passionate about, right? If you try something and you love it, fantastic. You've got a new hobby, new opportunity to meet new people, all these good new things. And if you don't like it so much, well, that's fine. Perfect. Alright, we've got 4 more tiles, whether we can do it with, or 4 more tokens I should say, whether we can complete this with the tiles I have left, I'm not sure, but we'll see. But yeah, it was a fun, silly time, and it happened to work out really good with my timeline for going home because there was a term break that matched up perfectly. It aligned so well with my plans to go home, so I thought, well, yeah, let's do it. It's pretty inexpensive, so I just thought, why not? Okay, maybe I'll just put that there, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes you do just have to start putting things down, because I could sit here and overanalyze for minutes, hours even, but, you know, at the end of the day, it is meant to be a gentle, calm activity, just to switch off your brain, similar to meditation. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, there's just a bunch of different bits and pieces that I did. I went to see a quilt show. I used to always go to quilt shows with Mum when I was back home. I've been to a couple of vintage toy fairs, and that was fun as well. Just a lot of specific things that were very niche, that matched my interests so well. I love it. And as much as I hate to admit it, sometimes when your algorithm starts learning you too well, actually, sometimes can be to your benefit. I don't know. I guess I say that from the perspective that, you know, sometimes I like the fact that Instagram will recommend really, you know, obviously they tailor the advertising to your interests, and sometimes there'll be, you know, a bunch of events that you know, I wouldn't have known about. Yes, yes, yes. If it weren't for the gram. So I'm like, well, you know what? If you're gonna be invasive, you may as well be helpful. Yeah. Gosh, there's so many things. So many things. This is just kind of speed running through some highlights. You know, there's been a lot of challenges. I think I mentioned at the start of the video, there's been a lot of challenges. Too many, I would argue. But despite that, I have come out the other side, and you know, that's the plan. Despite the challenges that get thrown my way, I am going to continue to meet them head on because, well, if I want to make things work here in Melbourne, I don't really have a choice. It's what I need to do. Oh my goodness, let's just throw this over here. I do acknowledge there may be a frustrating component to this as well because, you know, you may very well be watching this and seeing the tiles, the matches that I'm missing. But alas, oh, perfect. Okay, you can't really see this, but I have indeed got a match with blue and the white. You can kind of see it. Gosh, there's so many things that I could talk about. Gosh, even I watched a lot of shows. More so in 2023. But last year, I watched Reservation Dogs, and I just wanted to talk about that show at the very least because, my goodness, oh, dang it. If these two were reversed, oh, we would have been done. We would have been done and dusted. But yes, it is such a beautiful show. I watched it and I cried a lot. You know, being Indigenous myself, there were just a lot of things that really resonated, and I felt that show so deeply. But again, I feel like I'm going to get carried away talking about a lot of different things, so I'm just going to briefly mention a few things in passing. Oh my goodness. Oh, again. Oh my goodness. Now, I think my memory card is, well, it's going to run out of memory soon. So I will move on to my goals, my plans for 2025. So I saw a bunch of stuff on Instagram about, you know, goals and things like that. And I saw a couple of people mention, what is it? Bingo cards, you know, organizing your goals in a really fun format. And I thought, you know what? I think that could work very well for my circumstances. So that's what I did. When I had some time off, I sat down on my computer and I found a 5x5 grid, a bingo card format. I found one on Canva and I just filled it in, and I'm so excited because already I am making a lot of progress. Now I've got 2 tiles left. I'm going to spend a fair bit probably looking all around the board because I would love if I could complete this on camera. That would be lovely. But I am already making some progress. For example, I noted down that I want to try one new thing every week. So I don't think, like from memory, I don't think I've ever had dragon fruit. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try it. It was very expensive. It was $5 for a dragon fruit, but if the price were to come down, I would have it again. I would gladly do so. And I have things like I want to go bird watching, I want to read 12 books. Now, already I'm about 2/3 of the way through a book that I had been wanting to read for so long, and I just couldn't find it anywhere. But then I discovered this resource known as Trove. Okay, I don't know, team, I'm just going to put that there. I don't know, we might not be able to complete this, but that's okay. It's not necessarily about winning, but it would be kind of cool if I won on camera. But yeah, there's this resource called Trove, and basically you can type in any book that you want, or even article, whatever, and it will find the libraries that have it, essentially. And so there's a bunch of different books I want to read, and I'm making progress through one. There's another one I have that I'm really excited about. Another one. A third book that I have on hold that just sounds so intriguing. I can't wait. And yeah, I put 12 because I thought one a month is manageable. But I think I could very easily do a lot more than that. But we'll see. We'll wait and see. My goodness, team. As I say, I think my memory card will be running very low. And I'm trying to look at all the possible matches. So can't do this one. No. Obviously no, because I did a silly thing there. No. Can't do this one either. Or this one. Or that one. Well. Oh well. We only had one tile left. We got most of the way. One token, I should say. Yes, anyway, I'm excited. I was pretty sad last year that I didn't read as many books. So already I've been so happy to have something that will replace my scrolling. Well, hasn't replaced it completely, but certainly it's cutting down my screen time, which is great. Yeah, I have so many things, team. I have so many things, and I'm really excited to share my whether I share my progress. I mean, it is something I'm doing on Instagram. Basically, I'm doing a weekly recap of, the things that I've done, how I'm working towards those goals, because I think it's quite good, actually. I think in a way, I can sort of keep myself accountable. Anyways, as I say, I think I could very much run out of memory at any point now. Seems counterintuitive, counterproductive to rush through an ending here, but I'd rather that than ending things in the middle of my sentence. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, time's running out. See you later. Oh, let me know what your goals are for 2025. Alright, so as anticipated, my video ended quite abruptly. I was correct in thinking that my memory card was almost full, but I just wanted to film a separate video to say, or I suppose rather to ask, how was your 2024 and what are your goals and aspirations for 2025? I did also forget to mention I enrolled in a Threo course last year. I spent a good 6 months studying, and seems like a really big thing for me to leave out, but that was so wonderful and rewarding. But I'm sure I'll talk about that a bit more in future videos. But for now, I'll leave things there, and I'll see you next time. Bye!